All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for being here in the Zoom room and for practicing with us together on the YouTube channel. And I'm just going to jump in. So, for those of you who are living the Dharma life, it doesn't take long before you just see everything with the Dharma lens all the time. And so it gets pretty easy to be doing this for years and coming up with weekly topics. And so this week, I was inspired by a gift from my dear friend who was recently visiting and gave me this t-shirt. So sorry, apologies. There's going to be an earworm involved tonight. Can't be helped. So this is oh, does it show backwards? It's probably backwards, is it? So strawberry fields are forever. No, okay. And living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see. Da, 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 na, 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 na. But anyways, um, also segue there an excellent movie called Across the Universe. You can stream it. It's old now. So am I. But when was it put out? I can't remember. Seems like just yesterday, but it's a really, really great movie with all the Beatles music. No, not all of it. It's a musical, but it's excellent. Across the Universe. Maybe I'll try and put the link for it down below in the YouTube recording. So this part, living is easy with eyes closed, reminded me of the Against the Stream Sutta, which I've put the link for down below and here in the Zoom room. And this comes from the Angutta Nikaya, the numbered discourses 4.5, I think. Uh, so it's called the Anusota Sutta. Anu means A-N-U means against, and Sota S-O-T-A means well, the English dictionary. Stream, flood, torrent, um, having a quick current, or the stream of cravings. Yes. So some of these translations I was looking at translated as along the stream, or another one, Thanissaro Bhikkhu translates it as with the flow. Yeah, stream is, no, I'm not going to contradict Thanissaro Bhikkhu. Either one is good. Uh, okay, so you may likely have heard of this phrase, going against the stream, that the Buddha, yeah, this is the only reference I could find for it in these suttas actually. And so in this sutta it says there are four types of individuals. Um, which four? So one is someone who goes with the flow. And I'm just looking at cross-referencing, or goes along with the stream. And here, someone indulges in sensual pleasures and performs, well, bad deeds or evil deeds, unskillful, not onward leading, not wholesome, harmful. Bad and evil are kind of pretty loaded translations. And so this is someone who goes along with the stream. And this stream is so powerful. So much conditioning and habit and culture and um, the stream of desire and pleasure and chasing comfortable, pleasant experiences and getting what we want and getting rid of what we don't want. And these are deep grooves and for for some of us, more like a Grand Canyon than a stream. But if you ever stand in a river, or it's more than a stream, like it's described as like a torrent or a flood in the dictionary. And where I live on a river, and there's often fly fisher people fly fishing in the river, and they stand in the middle of the river, um, fly fishing. And in the spring and stuff, there's like a really strong current. And I'm sure you've experienced this if you've stood in a body of water like this, where you can really feel that force against your body, against your legs, even pulling your feet out from underneath you. It's such a strong tendency and pressure. And to go against the stream, to move upstream, to go against habit and conditioning takes a lot of stability, groundedness, intention, balance, presence, strength, courage. And so this is the second type of person, someone who goes against the stream. And this here, someone does not indulge in sensual pleasures and does not perform bad or evil, meaning unskillful, harmful deeds. And even though they may be experiencing pain, even though they may be racked with sorrow, even though they may be crying, their face in tears, they still live the holy life that is, I'm just going back and forth between two translations here, a complete or spiritual life. They use words like perfect and pure. This is someone who goes against the stream. And then there's two other beings. This is the sutta referencing the fours. So there is someone who also stands fast, and then someone who has crossed over, gone beyond the floods. This is a Brahmin. And so I mostly wanted to talk about this. Living is easy with eyes closed. Like in many ways, it's easier just to go with the flow, go with the stream, get the things. um, chase what's pleasant. Yeah, all of that. And but as the lyrics to this t-shirt and song, I didn't even really say. I'm assuming people know the song. Strawberry Fields is a Beatles song. And this next part of the line, misunderstanding all you see. When you just go with the stream, go with the current, we are not seeing clearly. We are misunderstanding all we see. We are misunderstanding that that will make me happy. Then I will be peaceful when I get those things and conditions and myself being certain ways, and especially everyone else, and trying to get everyone else to be how we want them to be. Uh, and when we're going with the current and going with the stream of conditioning and desire, uh, we're also misunderstanding all we see by not seeing clearly. Everything is impermanent. Everything is not a reliable, consistent source of happiness and peace. All these conditioned arisings, they're impermanent and conditioned beyond our control. And yeah, not permanent, not personal, and not perfect. These are the three characteristics of all things, anicca, anatta, and dukkha. All things are impermanent, ephemeral, flowing, effervescent, But when we attach to something, clinging, uh, we misunderstand and see that as permanent, and that's the thing, or that's the way I need to be, or I need to get them to be. And and it's also misunderstanding that everything is conditioned by infinite variables and causes and conditions and interconnected. It's not permanent and not personal, and therefore not perfect. It's dukkha. All these are not reliable sources of freedom and peace. Um, oh, there it is. Oh, time to clean the desk. Oh, dear. You can't see it. That is good. Um, Bhante Gunartana or Gunaratana, some people say. I don't know which. Apologies, Bhante. Says this in this book, Mindfulness in Plain English. Great books. I have another one here. Okay. So misunderstanding all we see. And so this practice is called shamatha vipassana or vipassana bhavana. So calming concentration practices, but vipassana, insight, seeing clearly into the true nature of things, seeing, it's not just talking about the eye sense door seeing, it's talking about seeing penetrating wisdom that sees through the nature of things to see they are their true nature, impermanent, conditioned, unreliable. So Bhante says, Vipassana is a form of mental training that will teach you to experience the world in an entirely new way. You will learn for the first time what is truly happening to you, around you, and within you. It is a process of self-discovery, a participatory investigation in which you observe your own experiences while participating in them. Uh, he says the practice must be approached with this attitude. Never mind what I have been taught. So this is that flow, that stream, that conditioning. Never mind what I've been taught. Forget about theories and prejudices and stereotypes. I want to understand the true nature of life. I want to know what this experience of being alive really is. I want to apprehend the true and deepest qualities of life. And I don't want to just accept someone else's explanation. I want to see it for myself. This is Vipassana. Is there's another sutta not on hand uh, where the Buddha mm, clearly states, you know, not to take other people's word for it just because they're a renowned teacher or because they're respected or because you read it in a well-respected book or all these ways. We are in a practice of knowing for ourselves through direct experience. This is insight. I want to see it for myself. And he says, if you pursue your meditation practice with this attitude, you will succeed. Succeed. Interesting. Um, so this is the practice of seeing clearly the true nature of things, not misunderstanding all we see. And another book from Bhante Gunaratana or Gunaratana. Wish I could ask him. Uh, Eight Mindful Steps to Happiness, which is about the Eightfold Noble Path. Another awesome book. I'll put the links to these books down below in the YouTube recording as well. And here he says a little more. Oh, I love this story. Where is this one? Okay. Yeah, we know that. We don't need to say that. Okay. Yeah, fine. Where's that story? It's so good. Oh yeah, 179. I saw it today. Oh, want. Okay, 195. That's why. Next time I'll put post-it notes. Okay. I love this story. This is a traditional story, not a sutta, but it's so good. Once there was a divine being who wanted to hide an important secret, the secret of happiness. They thought first of hiding the secret at the bottom of the sea, but then they said to themselves, no, I can't hide my secret there. Human beings are very clever. One day they will find it. Next, they thought of hiding the secret in a cave, but they rejected that idea as well. Many people visit caves. No, no, people will find the secret there as well. Then they thought of hiding the secret to happiness on the highest mountain. And then they thought, but people are so curious these days. One day someone will climb the mountain and discover it. Then at last they devised the perfect solution. Ah, I know the place where no one will ever look. I'll hide my secret in the human mind. Nice. Yes. So this is part of our not just misunderstanding all we see as taking things to be permanent and perfect and uh, personal, uh, but looking deeply into the nature of what we call me and mine, self, mind, and cultivating awareness. You can just watch mind doing mind stuff and be like, you go, girl. Just it's nonsense most of the time when you pay attention to the storylines that are going on, truly. And it's liberating and freeing to watch and see, watch and cultivate with awake awareness that can just watch mind doing mind and not identifying with it so much. Yeah, it's time. Okay, we're good. And this is nice. He talks about this quality of impermanence, that all things are ephemeral. And when we see this, we can see the unsatisfactory nature of it, that it's not a permanent, reliable source of happiness to be clung to. But when we do see through the true nature of things, it brings more happiness because it's ephemeral. Like, oh, look at this sweet icicle melting. Look at this beautiful bird pausing. Look at, look at this sweetheart. Yeah, because of its impermanence, it's sweeter. And then, so he says, for instance, bring to mind some wonderful feeling that you had in the past. So you might recall some memory, some place you were, something that was happening, some beings you were with. And he says, can you experience this feeling exactly as before? Like, even if we try to recall the sense and the sounds and how we might have felt, what kind of thoughts were happening, it's not going to be the same. Even if we could recreate all the conditions, like if we're like, okay, you stand there, let's make the weather like this, and get all the conditions exactly like that, it's still, you still won't experience it in the same way. And that's helpful, I think. Uh, yeah. The unhappiness stems from trying to hold on to something that is ephemeral. It's not because it's ephemeral, it's because we're trying to hold on to something that's ephemeral that causes the pain. Hmm. He says practicing mindfulness makes quarreling with the world seem ridiculous. We do not cut off our hand when it does something wrong. Similarly, it's silly to cut ourselves off from people who do things differently from us. For all of us to partake of this same ever-changing, ever-suffering nature, quarreling with the world is like one arm fighting with the other, or the right eye battling the left. Hmm. Lots of gems in his books. I highly recommend. So, living is easy with eyes closed, but is it really? Is it really? No, it's painful chasing ephemeral things and looking, clinging. It's painful. It's dukkha, right? In some ways, it's easy to go with the flow, but if we look closely, is it easy? No, it's painful. It's painful to hold on to what is impermanent and to look for perfection in what is imperfect and to take things to be personal that are completely interconnected. That clinging is the cause of dukkha, of suffering, of stress. It's not change that is stressful, it's clinging that is the cause of dukkha, as per the Four Noble Truths. Yeah, so let's practice waking up. Okay, so adjust your posture, your space, your uh, lighting if you like to turn away from the computer. Mm. 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 So already we're going against the flow by showing up here to be in community together with like-hearted, like-minded people, connecting with each other in silence, but in this heart community. This gives us hope that there's so many good beings cultivating compassion and wisdom all around the world. We're already going against the stream just by practicing stillness all day long, reaching and looking and wanting and not wanting and moving just by being still and awake. This is counter culture. So feel yourself just settling into your posture, settling down, resting back. Feel the weight of your bones, softness, heaviness, pressure. Allow yourself to rest into relationship with the earth. Inviting some ease into the muscles of the face, down and across the shoulders, relaxed hands that are practicing the art of letting go. Weighted, grounded, relaxing. And then feel into the uprightness of your spine, your backbone, that reminds us of our ethics, our values, of how we intend every day to move through the world to the best of our ability, undertaking these trainings to refrain from taking life and from causing harm, to refrain from speaking falsely and harshly, to refrain from taking more than is freely given, to refrain from harm caused from our sensuality and sexuality, and to refrain from heedlessness or a lack of mindfulness from intoxication. Feel your values, your ethics, your morality, your uprightness as your strong back. And you could feel the energy of the infinite numbers of wise elders, perhaps some of our ancestors, but also our wisdom tradition ancestors that have also got our back, that help us move against these streams of habit and consumption and chasing desires. This strong back helps us to allow a soft front, softening heart center, softening the belly, so that we're receptive to the needs of the world. And then we'll open to the experience of hearing that is present in this moment. Sometimes the sound of my voice. There might be sounds of your heating system or other beings in your home or your computer or your body, maybe sounds outside. And particularly pay attention to these three characteristics. All the sounds, even if there may be a sound that seems more constant, it still has pulses and waves in it. It's not permanent. It's arising, passing, arising, passing. And all of these sound vibrations coming and going are not personal. Boundless causes and conditions interconnected with this experience of hearing. And because of these characteristics, impermanent, impersonal, we see there's nothing to be clung to, nothing that we need to push away, even if there's unpleasant sounds, nothing to try to keep because we think it's a pleasant sound. We just let it all flow in its nature as we stand in the center of this stream of life. In the same way that sounds are arising and passing, breath is the same, arising, passing, constant flow, and it's conditioned. The breath changes with different sensations in the body, changes with thoughts, changes when sounds change. Breath is affected, interconnected, impermanent, and we can just rest in the center of the moment, watching, seeing deeply, breath arising, passing. You will have noticed that mind continues to do mind stuff, floating off into daydreaming, remembering, wanting, becoming, planning, worrying. See it with the same insight, arising, passing, not permanent, not personal, not perfect. Awareness, just watching mind, just like a stream. And also experience physical sensations as you're practicing with some stillness and wakefulness that the body isn't used to. So we might start to feel pressure or tension, aches or discomforts, and we can see these with these same insights. What is that sensation actually like? Is it tingling? Is it pulsing, vibrating, electrical? It's moving. It's impermanent. It's conditioned. And from the sutta, these are two of the kinds of people found existing in the world. Those people who are uncontrolled in sense pleasures, not rid of lust, enjoying sense pleasures here, repeatedly coming back to birth and old age, immersed in craving, are the ones who go along with the stream. Therefore, a wise person with mindfulness established, not resorting to sense pleasures and bad deeds, should give up sense pleasures even if it's painful. They call this person one who goes against the stream. Every time you come back to this present embodied moment with awake awareness, seeing with vipassana, with insight, arising and passing, interconnected, unreliable. This is going against the stream. These last 5 minutes of the practice are often where it is most fruitful. Continue beginning again and again. Now, when we start to get bored or restless, this is when you're truly cultivating this strength and intention and commitment to stand in the stream and to go against it. Let's continue together. Remember, where the secret to happiness is hidden, not at the bottom of the sea or the top of the mountain or in the cave. Right here, right now. Thank you for practicing with us in the YouTube community, and see you on the other side of the stream.